Hey, welcome to our class of Tuesday Night Beer School with me, Chad of Chad's Beer Reviews, and...
Cristina.
All right, so 2 weeks ago we did International Pale Lager, and then last week we did International Amber Lager. So what do you think we're going to do this week?
Dark Lager.
That's right. So we're on 2C, International Dark Lager. A darker, richer, and somewhat sweeter version of International Pale Lager with a little more body and flavor, but equally restrained in bitterness, so not a lot of hops in these beers. The low bitterness leaves the malt as a primary flavor element, and the low hop levels provide very little in the way of balance. A broad range of international lagers that are darker than pale. They keep comparing it to the International Pale. I don't know why. They don't mention amber at all. It's just like, I don't know.
Yeah.
So it's just, I mean, you guys can pause and read it if you want. It's just, some people like the darker lager without like the intensity of like a stout or like a brown ale or something, Character ingredients I think is important to pay attention to. See, it says 2 or 6 row barley, not Pilsner malt. They do mention with corn, rice, or sugar adjuncts, like your major macro industrial beers.
Yeah.
Light use of caramel and darker roasted malts. So there actually could be roasted malt in here, but not a lot. Usually mostly for color. And it does say commercial versions may use coloring agents. Well, really, aren't they all commercial versions? Well, I guess that means like home brewers aren't allowed to use coloring agents.
Oh, yeah, right.
Since this is the BJCP. All right, so the style comparison, they say less flavor and richness than Munich Dunkel and Schwarzbier or other dark lagers, and uses adjuncts. So it's like, I mean, I really like the Munich Dunkel lager style. It's like very chocolatey, and it's like lightly sweet, but this one, it's kind of like they took a Munich Dunkel and kind of like watered it down and then threw a bunch of corn and rice in there, and like way less hops,
Yeah.
So
it's going to be sweeter, though, than the other beers we've had?
Not necessarily. It should have like maybe a little bit of like a roasty character or something.
Okay.
Something that'll make it a little bit different.
Yeah.
And for the commercial examples, I have one of these, Shiner Bock, which even though it says Bock right here, it is really not a Bock. This is way too light to be a Bock. I just looked it up. It's 4.4 ABV. Mm-hmm. And Cristina has...
Modelo Negra.
Yep.
Cerveza. And this is 5.4 ABV.
So that one's a little bit stronger than this one.
Yep.
All right, so we've got our beer poured. We got the Shiner Bock in the Christmas glass and the Modelo in the St. Bernardus glass. I don't know why. I just picked these glasses at random.
Yeah.
So we start with the home team or the visitors, I guess.
Home team.
Shiner?
Let's do Shiner.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, it's kind of similar to the amber we did last week.
Yeah.
I mean, it's definitely very malty for a lager. I get a little bit of, there's like a tiny little bit of caramel on this one.
A little bit, yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of getting a lemony smell on it, too.
Lemony?
Mm-hmm. A little bit.
Could be oxidation.
Might be.
I forget where I got this at. Oh, I got this at Fresh Market. Yeah, it could be old bottle. Yeah, it's not a really aromatic beer.
It's not. I mean, it's pretty much one note.
Yeah. It actually kind of smells a little bit like the Yingling.
Yeah.
This is darker than Yingling.
Yeah, you're right. Very similar.
Let's compare it to the Negra.
Wow.
Actually,
they're really light.
Yeah, they're quite similar. I'd say the Negra, the Modelo is like slightly sweeter, I think.
I can barely smell the Negra.
Yeah.
It's barely there. I mean, the other one's pretty pungent compared to this one.
Really? I'm having the opposite effect. I think,
really?
To me, the Modelo seems a little bit more aromatic. I'd say like both of these beers are like neither of them are like especially aromatic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this one I can smell like really quick. This one I've got to really stick my nose in here.
Yeah. I think I do get like a little bit of like a corn on the Modelo. I'm not getting hops on either of these.
Yeah, this is like smelling water for me. It's not there.
Yeah.
That's really odd.
Yeah. I mean, they're not really... Nobody drinks these beers for the smell. All right, let's see what they should smell like. Faint malt aroma. Medium-low roast and caramel malt aroma optional. Light, spicy, herbal, or floral hop aroma optional. Clean fermentation profile. So that's funny. Like half of the descriptors here, they just say, or 2/3, they say are optional.
Right. So how do you judge it?
I know, faint malt aroma. I went, well, clean fermentation. So I mean, it doesn't smell like, green apple or cardboard or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's gonna make it. I haven't judged this style in a long time, so it's gonna make it hard to judge. And kind of like be a little conservative on this one. I mean, I'm always a little conservative, I think, but I'm gonna go 9 for the Negra. What do you think?
I don't know how to judge it because I can't even smell it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go low. 5.
5.
5.
Okay.
Can't smell it. Can't judge it.
Yeah, Shiner. I'm also gonna go 9.
This one I'll go a little bit higher. I'll do a 9 as well.
Okay. All right. So appearance. I mean,
They look like tea.
yeah, on camera they look black. It's not. It's like a tea. It's like a very caramel, like orange color. In fact, I always thought these beers were like black.
Yeah,
They're not.
Negra.
Yeah, like they're. I would just say like they're brown, straight up brown.
Yeah. It's a tea color.
Yeah.
And they are identical.
They did have foam when we poured it. And I gave it an aggressive pour. I was hoping the foam would stick around, but
Yeah, they're both gone.
you're not going to really... This type of style of beer, you're not going to hang foam. I will say that both are crystal clear, just about.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's no haze to that.
Which is how lagers should be.
Yeah.
All right, let's see how it should be. Deep amber to very dark brown with bright clarity and ruby highlights. Foam stain may not be long-lasting in his beige to light tan color. Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, they were beige to light tan when we first poured it, but...
Right.
All right, so I would say this one is a little... Whoops. This one's a little easier to score. I'm going to give 3 to both.
3 to both. Yep.
Okay. All right, which one do we want to start with? Shiner?
The Shiner, yeah.
Okay. Cheers.
Cheers.
Merry Christmas. I would say...
Oh, I do not like Shiner Bock.
I was going to say, just right off that first sip, it has a lot more flavor than the nose makes you think,
Yeah. It's got kind of a metallic taste that I'm picking up on.
To me, it's very, it's malty for a lager, and, like, it kind of reminds me of, like, the Yingling, but with, like, way less hops. Remember, Yingling actually had, like, kind of like a nutty, toasty quality to it?
Yeah.
This one, it does have a bit of a toast to it, or caramel.
Are you getting it? So you're getting sweetness on this one? Or just caramel flavoring?
Yeah, kind of like the flavor of caramel. And, like, they made a point of saying, like, very low hops on this style. Yeah, I'm really not pick. I think I get, like, a little bit of, like, corn as well.
Yeah. There might be a little bit of a peppery quality to it.
Yeah, like, that's probably from whatever hops they're using. It doesn't taste like corn chips.
Not at all.
Some of the Mexican lagers actually taste like corn chips.
Oh, well, that'll be good.
Yeah, the Shiner is, I would say it's pretty mild, but it does, for me, it does have a little bit of legit taste to it.
A legit taste?
A little. And it's just not a robust beer, so.
It's not, no.
All right, we'll try the Negra. Cheers. Again. All right, this one does have a little bit of like a fruity character.
Mm-hmm.
Little.
It's just like the aroma for me. It's very mild.
Yeah, I mean, this style is supposed to be.
Yeah.
I'd say this one actually has like some legit sweetness to it.
Mm-hmm. It does. I think the Shiner Bock's drier. This is a little sweeter. I think this one is a little more drinkable. Goes down a little easier.
Yeah, this one has the Negra has more flavor to me.
Yeah.
It's also a little stronger, so this one's 5.4 versus 4.4, so just a stronger alcohol right there. I mean, it's probably gonna has a little bit more malt per square inch, you know, kind of a higher malt ratio.
Yeah, this is very it's very mild and this is very mild and drinkable.
Yeah. I'm trying to like
smooth. That's the word I want. It's very smooth.
Yeah, to me the Modelo has like just more of everything to it. And it seems like I think there is like a little bit of like a corn. Do you get a corn on here?
A little bit. It's kind of in the background.
Yeah, it's not like it doesn't taste like corn chips, but
no.
Yeah, I mean if you drink enough Coors Light or Miller Lite, like you'll pick up on that corny adjunct flavor. To me, it's more the adjunct flavor is more prominent in the Shiner.
Yeah.
Yeah, Shiner has more of that like your dad's beer kind of taste to it, you know, the old man beer taste.
Old man beer, yeah.
All right, let's check the specs. Low to medium sweet maltiness. Okay, I would say both are low.
Low.
Medium low caramel or roasted malt flavor is optional, possibly with hints of coffee, molasses, brown sugar. Yeah, I don't really get. I mean, I get like a tiny little bit of caramel on both. And it's funny because I really don't get roast or coffee or chocolate.
No, molasses or cocoa. No.
Yeah. Low floral, spicy, or herbal hop flavor optional. Again, with the optional.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I think both these beers have like just a tiny little bit of like spicy hops in them.
Yeah.
Low to medium bitterness. Okay, I would say low. Yeah. May have a very light fruitiness. Okay, so I mean, yeah, that's true for the Modelo. Moderately crisp finish. The balance is typically somewhat malty. Yeah, for sure. Burnt or moderately strong roasted malt flavors are. Yeah, I don't get it burnt or anything on either of these. For Negra Modelo, I'm gonna go a little high on this one. I'm gonna say 17.
Yeah, I'll do an 18 for an Modelo.
Okay. And Shiner Bock, I'm gonna go a little low. I'm gonna say 15.
I was gonna do 15 as well.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's not hitting it for me.
All right, mouthfeel. I wouldn't go as far as say light-bodied, but
it's kind of like a low medium.
Yeah, I mean it's 4.4 ABV, which is pretty light in alcohol, but it's not like it doesn't have like that paper thin, like Bud Light character to it, you know.
Yeah. And
it actually like, and it's not like spastically carbonated either.
I was gonna say there's like no carbonation in mine.
Yeah.
It looks pretty flat. Looks like tea.
Yeah.
Not soda.
I mean, I just top this off and like no foam hanging around.
No.
Yeah, so I would say for Shiner, medium light body and medium light carbonation. I would say it's smooth.
Yeah.
Neither of these beers are like really crisp. Like they don't have like a lot of snap to them, you know.
I think the Shiner kind of does for me, but might just be preference.
To me, the Negra is it's funny because the Negra is actually stronger, and to me it seems like a lighter body.
It does. Like I said, it's easier to go down.
I think this one actually. I think it's just it has a higher carbonation.
It does. You can actually see a tiny bit of it, like when you initially pour it, versus the Shiner, which doesn't really have any at all.
So I might say like light body and like medium, maybe medium CO2 on this one.
Medium or medium low.
Yeah.
Higher than the Shiner.
I do agree with you though. Both of these beers are very smooth.
Mm-hmm.
They're not refreshing though.
Not at all.
This is
not something you'd want to drink in the summer outside. Well, maybe.
Yeah, it's like something you want to drink with a meal. Like, you know, we had burgers for dinner. I think these would have both been nice with that.
Yeah,
like
probably.
They're not strong enough to stand up to like a dessert, and I wouldn't put it like with something super savory like steak or something like that. But I mean, they're very easily drinkable. All right, let's check the specs on mouthfeel. Light to medium light body. Okay, they both meet that. Smooth to the light creaminess. Okay, I see what they're saying there. Medium to high carbonation. All right, well, the Shiner seems undercarbonated. That could be the bottle. I mean, if this thing's old.
There's no date on it, right?
Yeah, and also this is a twist-off cap, so bottles with twist-off caps like tend to lose CO2. I mean, they don't go completely flat, but they definitely don't have the CO2 of like certainly not of a can.
Yeah, but we're judging this bottle, right?
Yeah. All right, let me bring up this score sheet here. All right, so for Negra Modelo, I mean, it's still right there. I would say 4 on that one. It's not perfect.
Yeah, I'll do a 4 on that one.
Okay. And the Shiner, I think 3, maybe even 2.
I was gonna do a 2.
2?
It's flat.
Okay. Yeah, it's just undercarbonated. Overall, it's kind of hard to judge, but I mean, the Modelo is just a more interesting beer, and it seems to be conforming better to the style guidelines. So I'm gonna say 7 on this one. That brings it up to a 40.
Yeah, my average is a 7.
7. And Shiner is, I mean, it's one of the commercial examples, so I mean, it should be, high scoring. But this, I don't know, this bottle is kind of lame. I'm gonna go 6.
I'll do a 7 on that one as well.
Really?
Yeah.
You bashed it.
I know, but it's
and
still.
You gave it a point higher.
It beat the better beer on aroma, and like you said, it doesn't really matter, but for the style guidelines, it does. But,
I know you went low on the Negro friendly.
Yeah.
I mean, you could bump that up if you want.
Preference-wise, I definitely prefer the Negra.
Yeah, me too. So I mean, maybe these aren't the absolute best. I just feel like this style in general is like kind of dying out. Like, not too many people drink like dark lager. I mean, I think like these are like the 2 most popular.
Yeah, for
dark,
sure.
Like, and these aren't even that dark.
Yeah, Shiner Bock's got the big name attached to it, so that's pretty much it.
Yeah. All right, student, what did you learn in this class?
So these dark lagers can be a little bit sweeter than the lighter ones. They can have corn and rice adjuncts.
I think we learned that this style is very mild because there's a whole lot of optional on there.
It's very open to interpretation.
Yeah.
There's like one rule you have to follow per section, and then the rest is whatever goes. So I think it's just a matter of preference for this one.
Yeah. I mean, I've had both these beers many times, and I will say I do like the Modelo better. Shiner has just really never done much for me. It's like it's a fine. I mean, technically this is a macro lager, sort of, but I mean, I would drink this over a Budweiser any day, but between this and that, I would go with that.
Yeah, for sure. There's always something about Shiner that kind of bugs me. I don't know.
All right, we're rambling, so watch all the way in. You're awesome. And I don't know what we're doing next week, but we'll find out. We'll see you then. Cheers.
Cheers.
Somebody brewed it. Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review.
Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.